Hey, good afternoon everyone. It is Wednesday. Today's project is going to be sort of more of a journal of how to build a powerhouse. That is somewhere to store your batteries, maybe put the solar panels on top of it for an off-grid power system. So how you start is you go buy yourself a bunch of 2x4s, 8 feet long. I currently have 50 of these on the ground. This building is going to be built on skids. So I got 4x4 by 10 foot long pressure treated skids. There's going to be 3 of them underneath the structure. It's going to be 8 feet by 8 feet, probably by 8 feet. There's going to be a slope on it. I have here 2 of the skids. For this right here, the actual skids, you can drag it around so it doesn't just plow in. I've gone down from the top 1 inch and then just have a 45-degree angle cut there. We have this. These are just joist hangers laid on side. This is going to be the floor, so the 2x4 is going to sit right here in like this. From this edge to the very far opposite edge is 8 feet. I then have these 2 16-inch centers, and this one exactly on 4 feet from this edge. So if you imagine this being the outside edge and this being the other outside edge of the building, will be 8 feet away. So I will have an 8-foot 2x4 by 8 going between these 2 joist hangers. Then there's going to be a third skid exactly in the center to make sure that the 8-foot 2x4 doesn't span too long a distance and flex in the middle. So now we're just marking and installing these joist hangers, and then we're going to set all these on the ground and then get to installing the floor. Alright, so there we go. We have the joist hangers hammered in. This is the outside ends of the building there, all the way down to 8 feet. And because these are 10-foot skids, we're going to have a 2 foot of an overhang in front of the door, which we're going to use as a mini porch. So now we're going to get these on the ground, or get the middle board up here actually, and then transfer the marks to the center. Now for the center, we're going to be using a little bit of a different bracket. It's going to be this one right here. So they're just going to go on the side like this, and then like that. Alright, so we have the skids, which is the 4x4 by 10 footers on the ground here, with all the joist hangers in the edge, and on the opposite side. What we're doing now is we're putting the 2x4 by 8s in the slots of the joist hanger, and then toe nailing these last 2 nails in. And then we're going to go down this side here and finish all of them, and then lock it in to the other side here. So that's what we're doing now. Yep. This side is completely done. Now we're just going to go tack them into that side over there and install that side. And install that side. Then we're going to attach the middle brackets after we square it up with a piece of plywood.
That way I can take your hand. It went halfway, so let's check it now. Wow, it went up 3 inches on this diagonal, but it only went down 1 inch on this diagonal. So, this is that way.
This is going to be fun. We're now squaring it. Both sides are attached, and the floor is almost ready to have plywood on it. We're just going to square it, put the middle one through it, attach that, and then put the floor on. Square?
Now Yes, it is.
Dang it. It is too.
It's a trapezoid.
It's square, don't worry. Keep feeding the 4x4.
I'm not hitting the 2x4 to trigger it out of square like that one.
Wow, it's heavy. Go, 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 go. 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 Alright, it's through. Keep going if you want.
Yeah, I need to lift that side a little.
Okay, okay. Go. Alright. We now have the center skid underneath the floor. We're going to center it and we're going to attach it with some clamps. Not clamps. Brackets. Ties. Back to that in a second. Okay, so we are still centering and setting up the middle skid, but I've got the brackets set down here. They're going to hold the 2x4 onto the middle. Just like that.
Are they too big or too long? Or?
One on this side, and then one on this side. Should be no problem. Looks like they might be sticking up slightly, so that might be an issue. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and actually just ditch the brackets idea, because we need those for the roof.
Yeah.
And we got a whole pile of these green vinyl sinkers here that we can just toenail in through the middle. So now we're going to lift up the centerpiece and put under. There you go. Kind of a jack. So now it's touching almost all sides except the very far one, which we barely have to lift. So I can just kick some sand on the far side, and then we're going to start pre-drilling for the green vinyl sinkers to go in. There's going to be one on this side and another on this side like that, and it's going to go into this center one. And then once we do that, we should be able to install the floor. We just got finished nailing the entire center line in. 1, 2, 3 nails per, all the way down. Now it's time to grab the 4x8 sheet of plywood, see if it's square, and install that. Alright everyone, check this out. The plywood is lined up. You can see it's almost exactly halfway on there. We can just tap it a little to the right. Then we can put the second piece here. We're lunching currently. Lovely Bianca has made us tuna sandwiches with tomatoes and minced onions. It's delicious. Mm-hmm. Right, Dad?
Yep.
Thank you, Bianca. I sure appreciate your lunch skills. Aria does too. If you would only see, please, please.
I was walking here with that thing in my hand, and she's like, "Ooh, is that for me?"
Of course it is.
If you only figured out if she could trip you, she could have them all.
She already did that once.
Alright, we're gonna eat lunch. Probably give Aria a sandwich. Tiny piece, because onions aren't that good for dogs. And then get the floor finished. This is an awesome project that's getting along well for an afternoon project. So Bianca took her 3-minute lunch and has now helped us re-square it up. It was about 1 inch off after all the hammering. So we've done that. Now we're going to go ahead and lay the ply down, see how off we are, if any. Hopefully, this far edge meets up exactly with this one. And then this edge of the board should be in the center of this 2x4. How we looking, Bia?
That's at the edge.
That is not the center. So it looks like we are the people that are off. So, oh well.
We should just make
We're going to go ahead and favor the center on this edge right here. And then that can be barely over the edge. Big deal. Now to nail it down. Hey, it works. The dog and the wife immediately recognize the structure as a floor and are merging to their new habitat.
whatever.
Good dog. Now, nailing time.
Have fun.
Is it in there?
Yep.
Just attaching that.
How many should we put?
A lot. 10 Ds, if you wanted to see these. 3-inch long, 10 D.
Not the 16Ds.
Yeah, 16 Ds are hard. These are pretty nice. All of the plans for this were written on a 2x4 in the store.
What's up, Oreo?
We'll see how good our plans match up to what actually comes to happen. So we don't have a chalk line, so what we've done is we've lined up a 2x4 with the edge of this and the edge of the other one, and now she just lined up the nails so we can make sure this thing's really good and attached. Nice, it looks like we're right on. Walking on it, do you trust it?
Nope. Yeah.
It's nailed in.
Need the other sheet now.
Yep. Now to put the other sheet on, and then a wall starts. It's going great. Alright, so lunch break's over. I've seen my dad off. We'll see him later someday. Now, we are putting the last piece of subflooring on. There we go.
Woohoo! Dad, Kevin is done.
Ah. It's not exactly on center like we would have hoped, but it's close enough. We're going to have to put the nail quite a bit back at an angle to get in there. But it shouldn't be a big deal. Nobody's going to be living here, just batteries. Are batteries people too, Bianca?
Yeah.
Now that's the sound of solid. Alright, let's get to nailing, and then the floor's going to be done, and then I'm calling it a day because I'm exhausted.
The middle is still moving a little bit because small toes. Down here.
It's working! It's a floor! Support stuff. Hey! Not even funny. Arya, come here! Let's test the floor out! Bring your ball! Come on! Awesome! Still dog worthy, huh? Nice! You are tired, girl. I can tell. She's exhausted. Been running too hard today. Well, that is it for us today. A great floor on skids is established. It's getting there. We'll have an amazing battery house by the end of this month, for sure. Have a good rest of your afternoon, everyone.